All right, guys. So we are recording. Things looks okay. Okay. So I just okay. So let's go back here, right? In our 2024 full stack web development course, we are in JavaScript. Let me click again one time. So we are now inside JavaScript 4, right? 4 JavaScript. And if you go to the README file here, you can find all the topics we're gonna cover in JavaScript. This is just the name of the topic, right? What we will look at. So in the basic part, let's go the first one, JS basic, right? Before that, you can read through here what is JavaScript, right? JavaScript is what? The language of the web, right? And now it's not only for web, okay? It is also used for the desktop application development, right? So that's why we have Node.js installed in our computer where you can run the JavaScript, okay? So this is some basic thing, right? You can read. I enjoy using and teaching JavaScript and hope you will do this and do so, right? And in this step-by-step JavaScript challenges, you will learn JavaScript, the most popular programming language in the history of mankind, okay? That's what I feel like. JavaScript is used to add interactivity to the website. So, you have HTML, CSS. Now you want to add some action, right, to your code. Something you click and something happen, okay? That is JavaScript. So any interactivity, right, will be JavaScript. And that's why the React comes in play, right? The React is built on top of JavaScript, okay? React use programming language JavaScript to develop mobile apps, desktop application, games, right? Nowadays also for machine learning, AI, all these things use JavaScript, okay? In recent days, the popularity, increase, right, of JavaScript for last 6 7 years. JavaScript is one of the top programming languages uh, and most used programming language on GitHub also. Okay, so let's go straight to our lesson, right? Practice lesson. So we will start from here. So see what from today onward, right? See, this is my JavaScript practice exercise, correct? You guys can create the same repository in your GitHub and you clone that and then create the same folder, right? Folder wise, just work on folder wise, okay? So what I will do, let's say I will do the same thing, right? But I already have a repository. I'm not going to create a new. Just in my classroom here, right? I'm gonna have JS, and then inside here I'm gonna add this. Let's go back and add that folder, right? Because when I upload, when I push this code, right? You're gonna find JS practice exercise, okay, here, and inside this one you're gonna get this. So let's go first one, 00 expression variables, all that, right? So that will be my first lesson, okay? So inside here I will just create maybe a script.js, right? Something like that, and maybe index file also. So index, I will add the exclamation to just add boilerplate here. uh, Learning basic JavaScript, okay? And because this is the script JS, right? How you gonna add JavaScript to your code? Either you can add here, right? Script. I mean, you can even type script here, right? You can write script like this, okay? So let's say uh, what was the code for adding a script, guys? Anyone remember? Just add a script, right? And then gonna source script tag. Okay, so that will be fine, right? Okay, either you can add here or here. Why do we add in the bottom now? Anyone? Because you can add in the head section also, right? And we can add here as well. The reason we add in the bottom of this body, right? Let's say you have heading 1, learning JavaScript, correct? And all the HTML you have here above this line. Okay, all the HTML you can add, the whole web page is here, right? But you add this one to the last line. Why? Because you don't want to run your JavaScript before these things loaded in the website, in the web page. Okay, when the browser opens, first you want to load all your HTML and then you can load your JavaScript. Clear? That's the reason. You can do here also, right? You can add the script here and just link the source. You can do this here as well. In this case, it will load first. I mean, it's gonna load your CSS file, whatever, then it will load this also, right? And that might be load this one after. Okay, so the problem is, let's say one of the line of code here, right? Maybe this paragraph need JavaScript code to run something here, and because this has run already, it gonna not run. Okay, if it has to run automatically, it not there it will miss out. So if you want to put here, you just put the defer. Okay, defer, right? Just add that piece of code, and that will tells JavaScript to run after the body has finished loading HTML. Okay, so that is the reason, right? So best thing, you always add on the bottom and you're done. So now how are we gonna test if this is working? Either you just open this live server, right? And we can add here something. Let's put console log. Okay, go back here and put something to display in your console.log. My first programming language. I'm after many months I'm teaching JavaScript. Even I feel like I forgot certain things. See? Okay, so console log, my first programming language, right? And let's check if it is connected. So inspect. So when you inspect your page and console, and you see here, so everything working fine. Okay, now, right? So let's keep it. Yeah. So what was that? Drag it to the corner, but I just okay. Good to go. Something like that. So one more thing, okay, even you can run your JavaScript in the Node.js, right here. So I will also show you how you can do that. For that, I have to open that particular folder, the JavaScript, right, to my terminal here. So either I can just switch, right, keep changing the directory. So from that one, I will go 4 dash JavaScript and cd again to oh no, not that one. Okay, cd dot I have to go to the classroom, right? Cd classroom and cd js and cd again to something java. What is the folder name, right? Exercise here. Now I'm inside that one, right? then I can run, I can just go ahead. Let's go back. So I'm inside the JavaScript practice exercise in my terminal. And what I will do, I just type here node and my file name script dash tab, right? Node, it did not work. Why not? Okay. Node space sc tab. Okay, look like it's not working, right? So something is not correct. I think I missed one folder, right? Okay, 00 exercise here. So I have to go in that folder as well. cd 00 tab. Now I can type node script and see I get, right. So I just type the first two character, right, and then I hit the tab button and I will get here and then enter. And because it is console log, right, you're not gonna see. Okay, see here, fine, it worked. Also in the uh, terminal here you can see that code, right. If I just put here let's say console log something, right, maybe the console log 5 plus 10, okay, and again run that code. No, node, okay, so you see this line run first and then it will go here second, right, second. So these things we can talk later, but how this code execute, right. But just remember, here is the first answer and this is the second answer, right, printed. So that's how you run code in your terminal. The next thing, see, there is too many switch, right, you have to do a lot of cd. In your case, you just open your folder directly in, like file, open folder, just open the exact folder you're working on, right, so that in your terminal you have exactly same straight to that folder. Okay, good enough. All right, let's move to the next thing. Now we get back to our exercise here. So it looks very tiny, right? Maybe I will make it big. So you just go to your exercise here, right, and then look at all the exercise. So any folder you're going to work on, you're going to find exercise, and you just have to go through each exercise and complete the work. So let's say here, right, what is saying, just read through here, basic, console log and print, right, something what we just did. Okay, so what it says, right, still following inside my first programs, right, just create the whom who am I JS file and console log, right, something, some text. Okay, console log, print something. uh, okay, just print something, whatever you want, right, just print that one. Like you should see your name print out, right, just print your name, something like that. Okay, that's good. And maybe there is another file here, just write some code and print. You can print the number, right, with your age. So if you create another file, age.js, so you see the all file name, right, JavaScript start with js.js. Okay, one thing we can do now, what I have done here, if you go to the javascript.js, right, if I have to create another file, here, let's say age, right, age.js. So JavaScript always start with js. If you have style, style.css, right, html, that is .html. So remember that. Okay, style.css, correct. So that's how you put html, css. Same thing with js, always javascript .js. Any file you create, you put .js, right. So I have a script and I have age, right? If I need to use this age also, what gonna happen? I must put here. It will not gonna work, right? If you don't add to your index space. Remember that. Just adding file not gonna work. You must, I mean, you can run here, okay? If I do, let's say, for example, in my age, I put some code dot log 40, right? 45, I put like that. And then I do here node age, right? Tab, see, I get like that, and enter. It will print 45. It just print 45, right? That file run is okay. But if you want to run this code, all the code from here to your index space, to your HTML, right? You must put here, okay? So again to script and source. That's how you link your, your JavaScript to your HTML. So in this case, it will run this file and then it will run after this file, because everything goes step by step, top to bottom, right? That's how things work. Good. Okay, so let's start now, right? The basically our the fundamental of JavaScript, any programming language, right? I will start from there. So what is the fundamental of any programming language? Anyone? Data type, right? Correct. Data type. Okay. So how many data types we have here? I mean, for now, the basic one: number, string, right? Then boolean. I think there is null, undefined. Then we can call it, let's call it array, object, array object. Yeah, so then let's keep up to here, right? I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, I believe. Yeah, and there is something more. The new things they came up, right? Exactly, I don't remember. Okay, but this will be the main fundamental types in data types in JavaScript, right? That is what you're gonna learn. So why data type is so important, right? In any programming language, why? I mean, just imagine, right? What you displaying in the website or anywhere, right? What you gonna do with it? I mean, you're just playing around with the data, okay? You have a website, and it keep records of all the users of college, right? I mean, something, okay? What you gonna do there? You always gonna think about data. Maybe if the college has student information, teacher information, right? Maybe the courses, maybe exam, maybe whatever results, everything is data, right? Everything is information. So the information is divided into this many types. Okay, so let's look at the number. What is number now? Anything, right? You know, or let's call it from 0 to 9, right? Number, any number, okay? 1 2 3 4, right? So I mean, 0 is used, but 0 will be again boolean, right? If you have 0, I believe, okay, we will check, right? Let's check that one also. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Just let's take the whole number, right? 5 for now, maybe 5.6, right? This is floating number, but in JavaScript you just call it number. Okay, don't worry about the decimal point, right? So any number you put there, that is number, and that's how you write the number, right? I mean, I just put comma here, but number is just number. The next will be string. String. So what is string now? String can be anything, okay? From here, right? out of all this, anything can be string if you put in a quotation mark. Simple enough, single quote or double quote, right? Double quote like that. So let's call it uh, my name is Dev and I am 45, right? Something like that. Even 45 becomes a string here. What I said, anything you put in the quotation mark, that is string. Simple formula, right? So every day I will ask you, right? Oh, what is number? What is, tell me all the data type. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number, right? Whole number, decimal number, anything. String, something inside the quotation is a string. You put anything, okay? Any symbol you put, right? You put this bracket. I mean, you put everything is a string, okay? Everything becomes string because they are inside quotation mark. Okay, what is Boolean? True and false. Either true or false. So see, this is also a character, right? But computer JavaScript knows when you put true, that means the type is Boolean. False means Boolean, okay? Fine. Then null, right? So null is means just nothing, right? Just imagine nothing, okay? Nothing, right? Null means nothing, right? There is nothing right now. So normally, you just return something called null, but this is type of data, right? In JavaScript, null means something like it does not exist, right? But what is undefined now? Undefined. So undefined is also data type. Okay. See, later we're going to learn about variable, right? So when you create a variable, first variable gonna have a value that is called undefined. So we can call it a value before assignment, right? Assignment, value before assignment. So if I create a variable, let name equal to Dev, right? For example, before the, I mean, you can understand when we talk about the engine of JavaScript, how JavaScript work, right? In that time, before this name will get this value, this string, it will be undefined. Okay, in the beginning it will be undefined, and then later, right, it will be changed. Undefined will be replaced with string there. So for a moment, for a time being, the variable will be undefined, or even function, right? Any data can be undefined for a moment, for sometimes. If there is no value, let's call it, if there is no value, right? See, this is supposed to have some value, something it can hold, but if there is no value, then it will be undefined. Okay, means value is not defined, right? We still waiting for the value to be added in the basket. So just remember that. Okay, just like a placeholder. Okay, until the real value is what? The number, string, boolean, array, object. These are real value. This is like a just placeholder until you add something real. Okay, and null means, okay, I don't have anything, right? Null, I don't have. Okay, for now it's just null. So that's how you're gonna try to remember. The next word is what? Array. Array, right? Okay, array is the type in JavaScript which can hold multiple data. So it can hold anything, right? It can hold number, string, boolean, null, undefined, array itself, and object also, right? So I will show you now. How you gonna add here? Let's say I add 45 here, that is number. I can put dev, that is string, and every data is separate with comma. Okay, then maybe I can put true, that is boolean. I can put null here, this okay. I can put undefined, this okay. I can put even another array inside, right? That's okay. I can put it here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just the number, right? And even I can put object here also. Okay, so we'll talk about the object, right? So array is the data type which can holds multiple data inside, right? For example, you have a school, there is a subject, right? Subject, okay. Subjects in class 9. I want a list of subject in class 9, right? I want list of subject taught in class 9, something like that. Okay, so do you think you're gonna put all one by one? No, right? So you can just send me this array with all the subject here, math, science, okay, maybe history, whatever, right? But that is string. Okay, make sure string is string, right? Whatever. So here you put all the subject. Okay, just put like that, and you send me this one. It's just send me this data to me, right? We're gonna learn how you store and how you send things. Okay, we're gonna, that is coming, right? But right now, what we're learning is what is array and how you're gonna write type. Good. Okay, final one is object, right? Object. So how you gonna write object? Simple here, like this, curly bracket. So array was square bracket, and array object is curly bracket, like that. Now inside, how you store data? So it comes in key and value, like that. It comes in pair, right? Key and value. So one thing more, right? Array has indexing system. It start from 0, 1, like that. The position of this first one is 0. Also in string, right? String, the position of this first character is 0. So array and string has position starting 0, but in object will be key and value, right? So let's say I will give id 1, and then name is dev, and age is 45, and what, something else, right? You can put teacher, right? Okay, you can call it here web developer. Good. So this become one object, right? One object. So you can store many information here about particular things. It will be always in pair, right? So just remember this image, right? Just remember this key and value. You have to provide key, and there will be value. So when I say value, right, you should be thinking about the type of data. And what are the type of data again? Just memorize it. Can be number, string, boolean, null, undefined, array, object. You can store even here. Let's call it obj1. Oh, that will be, even you can even store object here, right? And you can create the new information here completely. Even array, you can have the array, you can store array here. It's okay. The value can be any data type. Simple enough. So guys, any questions so far? Is it okay? Yeah, okay, so let's continue, right? So we go back now, let's go back here. So this is simple, right? I mean, just console log your whatever, you can just read through, console log, done, right? No need to worry too much here. Let's go to the expression now, right? What is expression? So we're gonna look at this one now. Express your basically expression or express yourself, right? So same thing, like string talk about number, boolean, and comparison, right? These are the four files you're gonna create. Expression exercise. So what I will do, I'm just gonna create this folder now because I'm inside the 001, right, in this one. So we must know this, very important. This is the one of the most important part of the whole JavaScript. Okay? If you understand this, that means you're gonna learn quick. So let's try to understand that. So I'm inside here, right? We'll add this expression exercise. Okay. I think there was, let's call it maybe, I just name the first, right? I'll move all this inside there. So in expression, what's gonna happen? We have to create all that file. So in expression, what you can do, right? You just create this one string. So let's say you finish the first one, right? You can commit. Okay, what you can do, you just commit it, because I said at least when you finish one part or one problem, right, and you just commit to your GitHub. Okay, that's what I want you guys to, because that will help to learn Git, how to use GitHub, right? Commit, push, Git add, Git commit, Git push, all that things. And then I'm just gonna copy this one first one, right? So let's quickly look at here. So see, console log string, that is river, right, and town. The plus symbol is what, adding, right? So when you have two string, this is called concatenation, adding two string together. Okay, so what will be the answer here? So you have to predict, like might be the, what will be the river, and then town, right? Town, like that, because see, there is no space, they added together, right? Same thing, cat, dog, same thing. New York now, right? So how it will print? New means new, and because here is a space, this is also one character. Okay, so that will add one space here, and york, your simple. Now runner's knee and exclamation, right? So it will be same thing like this, right? And then will be exclamation. So look at here, because we have apostrophe right here, that's why in this case you have to use the double quote. Okay, remember that. You cannot put single quote here and again single quote here and then single quote. Don't do that. If there is apostrophe, use double quote in the outer one, and that will be fine. Then man, beer, and pig will be all together because there is no space. If you want space, you can put it space either here like that, or you can do, how you can adjust, just think, right? Maybe the first one here and here, you can add space and it will be fine. So that is the our exercise, right? That was the first one. I can run this. I just have to go back, cd dot dot one back. Oh, no, I think cd, I can do expression, and then I can run node and string, right, like that, and enter, and look at that. So river, town, cat, dog, New York, and there is a space. So there was a space. I don't remember. Okay. Ni. Oh, okay, okay. So here is already space, right? Good. So there is already space. That means it will be fine, and that will add it together, right? And then man, bear, and pig all together. See that? If I put space in front of this, and I run the code again, and look at that. The man, bear, and pig, they are spaced out. Good. So that was the string, right? How you can add two string together with plus symbol. Simple enough. Okay, next one is a math, right? Math. So I will just quickly go through here. You guys can practice, right? Plus will be same, same simple math. All these are simple math, right? If you remember bird mass, I think bracket is first, uh, BO, right? I think let me see. Even I so you're gonna have divide, multiply, add, subtract, but first will be bracket, right? So here, if you look at this one, that will be the bracket first. 6, right? 4 plus 2 is 6 times 3. It worked like that. But if you look here, will be opposite. Multiply will be go first, and then it will be add, right? And there is divide also, same thing. This is division. So what is this one? Modulo operator. This is called modulo, right? 5 divide this percent 2, okay? We call a modulo operator, modulo, right? So this will return what? Remainder, okay? So if you divide, let me see, right? So there is 5 and you divide by 2. So if you see 5 modulo 2, correct? So what will be the answer? So you go 4 time. No, not 4 time, right? Sorry, 2 time. 2 to 4, right? Here 4. And the remainder is 1, right? I mean, basically you get 1 here. So that's the answer, 1, remainder. Okay. So, right, if I say 4 mod 2, what will be answer? 0. So can I say, right, all the odd numbers, you can find the odd and even from here, with this formula. Even all the even remainder will be 0, and all the odd will be 1 or something, right? I mean, if you get 3, maybe something like that. So that's the modulo operator. That is the important one. So 5 mod 2, remainder is 1. 6 mod 2, 0. 7 mod 2, that will be 1. 8 mod 2, that will be 0. And 19 mod 8, right? So it can go 8 times 2, that is 16. Here remainder will be 3. So similarly, you have to figure out, right, all that. Okay, just figure out, but try to understand what is percentage symbol, right? So in the math operator, this is all you have to know. Clear? Now the two boolean, right? Boolean, and also the operators like and, or operator, the logical operator, right? And not symbol. Okay. So there is 3 different kind of operator. Not means just opposite, right? Not true. That means this one false. False is false. Okay. Not true will be false. Not false will be true. So in this case, not true means false, and again not false will be true. So you have to experiment. Okay, you have to experiment, right? Must experiment. So let's say here I put not true, enter, right? I get false. If I put two not, see, So the first one, this give me false, and again not false will be true. Now look at that, true. Okay, so if I put let's say 8, right, 8 mod 9, what I get? Just opposite I make it, right? Because when you cannot divide something, then you get the smallest one. Okay, remember that. If I put 3 mod 4, then you get 4, right? Sorry, 3. That was the one thing I just forgot to tell you. Good to go, right? So that is clear. And the logic here now, right? How this and work, or, okay? So very easy to remember. Look at here. When there is an and, you must have true on both sides to get this true, left side true and right side true, then it will return true. How? Let's say true and right, true. I get true. Look at this. If I have true or right, or will be like this, false, what I get? Oh, sorry, we're talking about and, right? So and false, so you get false. Look at this, false, right? True and false, you get false. So for and, both side must be true, so you receive true. Simple. And means A and B must be true, right? So how you going to get true, that is different thing, but remember, both side must be true. Boolean true, then you have the result true. The final output will be true, right? The final result, focus on the final result. Just opposite for or, right? Means if both side is false, then you get false. Okay, but all of them are true now. False or true will be true, true or false will be true, true or true will be true. So some of you, maybe let's say if you've not done like a lot of programming before, it will be a little confusing this one, but if you practice and just focus for a few minutes to figure out these two, okay? I mean, this will be up easy, right? But these two, try to focus and figure out. Simple formula, and both need to be true, or in case of or, anyone need to be true, right? To get a true, okay? To get a true, like to get a true, and must be true on both sides, or can have any one true and you have true. Simple. And same thing now here. So now here is combination. This will be, I mean, this will be true, true or false. So anyone or, right, true, then that is true. So just try to figure out, right, all that. And here is same thing now. Equal symbol means that is equal, right? They are both equal types, data types, and value. So true equal to false? No, that is not, right? So you will get false. So this is a comparison operator, okay? All that comparison, right? So I will ask you guys to try all this, and you know look at, write a code, practice, understand, try to understand. Okay. So once we finish that one, then will be variable, right? Variable is how you store the value. Value means what? Again, all the data type we learned. So we're gonna continue from variables tomorrow, right? But you can practice. Okay, just look at here and practice. The way you can create variable is very easy. Either let's forget about var, right? There is old one called var I equal to 10, right? That was the old way. Just forget about that. Don't worry about that one right now. Use let I equal to 10, right? So what happened when you create a variable? you basically create a basket, a memory space in your computer, right? And the name of that memory is I. Like you going to the, just imagine your computer is the warehouse, right? Big store. In the store, you have a chocolate called I, right? And there is a 10 chocolate, okay? Box called I. Inside that box, there is a 10 chocolate. So variable is basically the place inside the memory where you can store the data type, data, right? I can store anything here now. I can store number, I can store string, because this is in the quotation. I can store true and false, right? Even I can do some math here. So let's say 5 plus 6 is greater than equal to maybe 100, right? So this is a comparison. Comparison always returns true or false, right? And that is what you're going to learn in the last part of that practice lesson here. So, okay, here, right? So I want you guys to do that one, okay? Practice the last one. The comparison always going to get true and false, right? So let's try that one, and then we're going to again, and also tomorrow again. But that is a variable, okay? You can store any data type as long as the statement, right? This is called statement. When you write something here, right? This is a statement. This is a statement in the programming, right? So any statement when you write must be the correct format. You cannot just put here like this, right? That is wrong. Can you tell me what kind of data is this? This looks like a string, but what I said, the formula is this one, right? For a string. Or it must be array, right? Or it can be object, you know, number, string. You can put true and false. I saw that, right? You can add null even, right? Or it can be undefined, right? That is okay. But when you're writing a statement, basically you are trying to get the type of data there, right? And it must be in the correct format, okay? That is important. So fine. So let's practice all this, guys, today. Create the repo, right? Practice JavaScript, something practice lesson in your GitHub. Clone that and create the folder structure, and then you do finish one work and commit, push right to the GitHub. Again, start next step. But make sure this one 100%, right? Today you guys get it, okay? This part is very important, right? How to write all different type of data, uh, operators and or not, and the logical comparison, right? And what happens with this comparison, okay? You always gonna get true and false, the boolean value, right? That is the programming, you compare something, and based on the result, yes or no, you do something, right? So maybe you check a time is 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Now you want to have a tea or coffee. So that is programming, okay? Your mind is already programmed, right? The based on condition, you're gonna do something. It's 10 o'clock, 10:30. Oh, time to start a class now, right? So that's how things work. Same thing, same real life examples you apply in programming concepts. So let's do that. Okay, I will stop here, guys.